Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting, the gift that keeps on giving edition.
Oh, no. We're talking about butts again, aren't we?
We are talking about butts.
I may have cheated and looked at the title. Oh, good to be back. Good to be back with butts.
Good to be back in the butt. Episode 069. We need to talk about tapeworms in rectums.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have no words.
Except
for, of course.
What?
Of course we're talking about tapeworms. Of course it's in butts.
Yes.
And of course it's going to be disgusting.
It is. This is a whole new level, I'm proud to say, and it's during the holiday season, so you're welcome. So
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's do it.
I'm Jill Chacha. And I'm with just the highly motivated Marissa Riley.
That's me. I'm pumped for rectum tapeworms. Give it to me.
Put it on a tote.
Put it on a tote.
Put it on a tee. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the flock.
Welcome.
Oh man, if this is your first time listening, wow. Dr. Riley here comes in cold and learns everything in real time, just like you.
It's true. It's very true. I had no idea what we were going to talk about. The only clue I got was I finished eating dinner not 5 minutes ago. And we were about to record, and Jill said, "Good thing you ate now," and didn't plan on eating after the episode.
Yes.
So I was like, "Oh, we're in for a nasty one."
It's this might be what I wrote was, I think it's poetry. And then
I believe you.
And then there's going to be some video that says a whole lot more. So
you know what? Two things can be true about something.
Yeah.
As my therapist says, two things can be true, which is her way of, I think, just telling me a sentence. And the two things that are true in this case is that it's gross and poetic. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome, listeners.
Double the trauma.
Double the trauma. You're going to like it, and it's going to be gross. What?
One thing could be two things?
Oh, wow.
God damn it. All right. Well, I guess we should begin.
We should.
Yes, my friends, it's the holiday season, and it seems the species that's really into the giving spirit seems to be tapeworms.
Oh, yes, it is. And, just when not to talk about me again, just when I thought I knew everything about tapeworms, here we are again. So.
It's just never ending.
Never ending.
And they find me, not literally, but I just stumble upon these wonderful, wonderful medical journals filled with wonderful, case studies of just...
What a word to use to describe tapeworm case studies. Wonderful.
Yes. So, if you've actually been with us throughout our podcast history or just with us recently...
You are awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, you are awesome.
Thank you. You've noticed that we just had an episode on brain tapeworms.
Oh, and I was about to say a doozy, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
A doozy in that it sucks for those people.
Well, yeah. They were also known as the pork tapeworm, whose life cycle uses our piggy friends to find its way into our bodies, where they mature and lay eggs.
Yep.
Just like Dr.
Watch
Riley
out.
here alluded to. Yeah.
Watch out.
Sometimes those larvae don't end up in the intestine, but occasionally wander, sometimes embedding into a very important organ like the brain. Mm-hmm. Just like you said, we covered 2 survival stories in that episode, and boy howdy, it was an adventure.
It really was, and I have not stopped thinking about it since, and I have blamed all of my problems on a wandering brain tapeworm, and that's weirdly comforting.
Yeah.
So
What's great about that is if you used it as an excuse to get out of work or school or whatever, there's no follow-up questions.
yeah, I'm thinking of taking a full-blown sabbatical with that excuse.
It's like-
Who's going to follow up on it?
No one.
I'm going to say I need 3 months off to deal with this brain tapeworm in France. So if you look at my Instagram and I'm taking pictures in France or maybe a tropical destination.
Yeah, it's for your health.
It's for the brain tapeworm.
There you go. How cute is that if it was like together?
What was together? Two
like,
brain tapeworms?
No, just like you and the brain tapeworms. It's like somewhere in the comment section or like in the caption. Like it's just me and my...
I thought you meant like it was
tapeworm.
like peeking out of my ear for a second and
Sure.
waving.
Why not?
They're really ugly though.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't be very cute.
It's pretty brutal. We do have photos on our Instagram and Twitter about the brain tapeworms.
We do, and
so please check that out.
If you're an artist, if you could add like pretty Disney eyes or like something like a top hat to a brain tapeworm to make it cute, send it to us because I would love to see someone
doll that up,
glam up, glow up these babies.
So, yeah, so that was...
Anyways, back to our current podcast.
So today I've got great news. Our piggy friends aren't alone in the intermediate host department. Nay, our bovine friends, our cows, can also act as a carrier for a different species of tapeworm who figured out we like to eat those animals too.
Yeah, we do.
We do. So they evolved to use cow bodies to end up in our bodies to complete their life cycle. And that's who we'll be talking about today.
Little fuckers. So fucking smart. Little shits.
Those little shits.
God damn it.
And even better news, you know how those brain tapeworms had to be surgically removed?
Yeah.
Well, these tapeworms seem to have a better sense of direction and stick around the gut, which means they can be removed another way. So that's right.
Oh, no.
We're going from one end to the other.
Great.
We're back in the butt.
I mean, if I had to choose between having a tapeworm and the brain or the butt, I would choose neither. But I guess the butt? I don't know.
It's all right. Well, don't make a decision yet.
Okay.
Because we have to go through the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's find you tell me how and then I'll make it about me again.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can make a decision at the end of the podcast which one you want.
That sounds great.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, before we get into who exactly this tapeworm is, its life cycle and medical treatment, let's start with an icebreaker.
Okay.
A little story out of Thailand.
Okay.
Okay. So please, my friends, let's travel back in time together, just a smidge, to the year no one remembers, 2019.
Oh, fuck me. Are you kidding? I feel like we bring up 2019 all the time.
We do.
The year that I thought nothing happened, apparently some stuff happened.
What? Yeah, so much shit happened. Don't remember it. So, it's a weekday morning in the Udon Thani region of northeast Thailand. Now, where in the hell is all of this? Don't worry, I got you. Everyone, imagine China.
Can do.
Okay. Now, underneath China is a bit of a round landmass.
Okay.
Think of it as a clock.
Okay.
Okay, now moving clockwise from noon, we're in Myanmar,
Okay.
then Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, and finally Thailand.
Voila.
It's Thailand o'clock.
It is.
So it's here we're with 44-year-old freelance photographer Kritsrata Ratprashum.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Kritsrata.
I didn't nail it.
Kritsrata.
Kritsada.
Yeah. Who just dropped off his child at school. And you know what? As with some mornings, especially when you're busy and rushing and you have some place to be, you know, nature calls.
Always.
Yeah, you can, yeah. So,
Always. When you're on the train.
yes.
In a non-stoppable place, and then you have to stop, and then no one needs to know the rest of the story. Okay.
So, Dr. Marissa, please tell us what Kritsrata told local Thai newspaper Khao what happened next as translated by metro.ko.uk.
I would love to. I love stories like this. Okay, quote, I just finished dropping my child off at school and ran some errands when I had to go number 2, he explained. Afterwards, I felt like I wasn't finished defecating, like something was left. So I got up to see what it was. Turns out there was something sticking out of my bottom. End quote. I want to throw up. I take it back. I don't like this story.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I love this podcast. The story, though, I am on the fence about. Also, how did he look up his butt?
Yeah, you look between your legs and there was something there.
Are you that flexible? I can't even look. I'm like...
She's looking. She's trying.
She
struggled.
I don't really do
Nothing
that
happened.
much yoga. I would need a mirror situation. And even then, I would be like, you know what? I'll just be...
I'll deal with this later.
I'll just be in denial about this forever. I really don't want to look.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm a little princess, so who knows?
Well, Kritzada had different plans for his situation.
Fair.
But not just a week ago, Kritzada had an appendectomy. So in his mind, this stringy-looking thing sticking out must be stitching or surgical string.
Okay.
So he did what any one of us would do and pulled on it.
No! Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I just based on the title, I know what this is. So I'm like, ooh.
I know.
No.
I knew there would be screaming. So
No.
I was very excited about that. So, my friends, he pulled.
Oh my God.
And pulled.
Oh my God.
And pulled some more.
No.
The texture, Kritzada noted, wasn't firm like you would expect medical stitching to be, but whatever this was, quote, spongy and elastic.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
I would say we're almost done, but we're nowhere near done.
I know. I believe you. Okay, tell me more.
Now, I don't know how long the pulling process took.
Forever.
But eventually, Kritzada was standing in a bathroom with a 32-foot long rope in his hands.
You're shitting me. You're shitting me.
Yeah. At least he thought it was a rope. Until it started moving.
I want to kill myself. I'm kidding. I don't. That was my immediate verbal reaction to that.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he placed the creature into a pile on the toilet lid and then did what any one of us would do in this moment.
Named it?
Basically, that's a close second.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He made a video and posted it to social media.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hand and face. So
no.
Now, Dr. Marissa, it's only 20 seconds, but would you like to see what Kritzada shared with the world?
No, I don't.
That's okay.
But I will because I am an amazing podcaster.
That's right.
Where's my award? I don't,
Yeah, I know.
I learned the hard way a long time ago
I love where this is going. What?
that you shouldn't, that ambulances are expensive.
Yes.
And you should
In America.
In America. Overseas, if you have a cheap ambulance situation, use it all the time. Take it like a taxi. Don't do that. So basically, Americans only order ambulances if like someone cut off our head and there's no other way.
Exactly.
And you can't call an Uber. But I would call myself an ambulance in this situation.
Yeah, right? This is very terrifying.
If I pulled an alien out of my butt, I would...
It is an alien.
I would need an...
This is the alien. This is it, babe.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think I needed to say that. I just thought we were all on the same page. It is an alien. In case you hadn't caught on, this is an alien. And this person needs... not even an ambulance. Call NASA. I don't know. Call science. I don't even know who to call.
Call science. Put that on a tote.
Oh my God.
Please.
I'd be scared that like this thing would be pulling me out of its butt in the next 24 hours. Okay, I guess let's watch this video.
Okay. So he posted it to his Facebook page with the caption, quote, "Damn, what's in me?" End quote.
Oh,
so
God.
We're going to find out. Are you ready?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't even know why I wrote that in the notes. So as always, please tell us what you see. And if y'all at home want to see a little bit of it, you can see screenshots of it on our social media stuff. So come on by. Or you can Google 32-foot long tapeworm Thailand and it should pop right up.
Okay.
So
let
me click over here.
Okay.
This is I can't make it any bigger. So I'm sorry about that. Honestly, you're welcome actually. So what do you see here in the opening shot?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a toilet lid and on it is It almost looks like pasta. I'm so sorry. I just compared this to pasta.
No, it's okay. In every article I've read, everyone compares it to some sort of noodle situation.
It looks, it's so funny you mentioned, I think it was a city called, or a region called udon.
Yeah.
Because it looks like an udon noodle.
You're
it's
right.
like kind of thick and fleshy. Gross. It's like one giant noodle, and it's as if it was like in kind of like a crumpled ball.
Yeah.
And it was on a toilet lid.
Okay, I'm going to hit play. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's breathing.
Yeah. Watch.
Oh, it's like contracting and decontracting. Oh, so the I don't know, the head or the ass of it, I'm not sure, is like starting to crawl away.
Yep. It's making a run for it.
It is surprisingly clean. I can't believe that just came out of a rectum.
I know, right?
It is squeaky clean. Good for this guy.
That's right.
I mean, obviously he ate something wrong, but when he wasn't eating something wrong, he was eating a lot of fiber.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for him.
Very clean video with something really horrible in it. Yeah. So
Yeah, the thing I was picturing was much worse and had eyes. So
yeah. But yeah,
this might have eyes, but I couldn't see them.
do they have eyes? That's actually a really good question. I hope not on its behalf.
I wouldn't want to see where I was either.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very thin, very long.
And pink. It's pink. It's
yeah.
pink.
Yes, exactly. And that's because, remember, it lives in the human intestine.
Yep.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please, everyone, may I introduce to you Tinea saginata.
Saginata.
Tinea saginata.
Nailed it.
Woo! The beef tapeworm.
I just like tasted vomit in my mouth. Amazing. Tell me more about Tinea saginata.
Tinea saginata. Yeah. Now, before we dive into more details about T. saginata, I'll leave you with some bewildering closure about this story.
Please do.
Now, Dr. Marissa, can you please tell us what happened next, as reported by metro.co.uk and iflscience.com?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. All right. Quote, confused by the whole thing, he proceeded to flush it down the loo and try to move on with his life. Oh my God. After showering... after...
I know, I get it though.
I want him to shower so bad. I just want it to say that. I just want him to shower forever. That's what I would do. Okay, back to the quote. Quote, after showing the video to his girlfriend, he has a girlfriend, who is a nursing assistant, she informed him it was a tapeworm. End quote.
Yes. Yes.
I mean...
Yeah, what's up?
I guess I'm just trying to think of what I would do in the same situation. I don't know. Well, do you Ziploc that shit and then
I would
save it?
Yeah, I would not flush it. I would
No.
I would go to NASA, like you said, and try to figure this out. Like, look, here's my story. Yeah.
This came out of my body.
Yeah.
Am I an alien? Is this an alien?
Exactly.
What's going on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Questions.
I would save it. I put it in the freezer.
So here's the thing. I don't know what happened after she told him it was a tapeworm. I sincerely hope they got some help because, like with most pests, when there's one, there's going to be a whole lot more.
Oh, fuck.
And you need professional help to rid of them.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how it got inside a crostata in the first place.
Okay.
Now, if you listen to episode 067, the one about the brain tapeworms,
yes,
a lot of this is going to sound very familiar.
But let's go over it again.
We should. It's very important.
Please.
So, Dr. Marissa, if you would, why don't you start us off, and then I'll take it away.
That sounds beautiful.
Great. All of this info is based on CDC reporting, so here you go.
Sounds great. All right, starting the quote off strong. Quote, cattle become infected by I can do this.
You can totally,
I can do this.
This is a very, you're going through a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Cattle become infected by ingesting vegetation or water contaminated with microscopic pieces of feces, within which tapeworm eggs can be found. The eggs progress into a stage of larva that embedded into their intestine wall and then migrate into muscle tissue. This is called cysticercus, and they can survive for several years in the animal.
Thank you, doctor. That was perfect.
Oh,
now,
no problem.
humans become infected by eating raw or undercooked infected meat, i.e. that muscle tissue. Now, it takes about 2 months in the small intestine for the young tapeworm to become an adult, and most of the time, there's more than one, which leads to an orgy in your colon.
That's great.
Yeah, so
Fun.
T. saginata may produce up to 100,000 eggs, all in hopes that at least one makes it into a cow or onto someone's plate to be ingested directly.
Oh my God.
No intermediary animal needed there. This happens when someone doesn't wash their hands after wiping their bum.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. So, I know what you're thinking. Did Cristata have any clue a 32-foot-long worm was inside him? And the answer is no.
Okay.
He...
Great. Wonderful. I feel awesome right now.
Yeah, you look so nervous.
Yeah. I'm nervous because I order all of my steaks like bloody.
Oh, I mean, it's okay. You can get it rare. We'll go over it at the end as to how to avoid all of this. Yeah, you could totally order your food rare. Absolutely.
Okay.
There's just, one little caveat that you have to make sure. We'll get into it. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
So he was asymptomatic. My friends, I'm sorry to say, but most people who are hosts don't know it.
Great.
And that's an incredible survival strategy on the behalf of the worm. On average, quote, most people with tapeworm infections have no symptoms or mild symptoms like digestive problems, including abdominal pain, loss of appetite, weight loss, or upset stomach. Most visible symptoms is the active passing of tapeworm segments.
Oh.
End quote. Like Cristata did, but it was the whole damn thing at once.
That's right, because he did a little pulling action.
He did the pulley. The pulley.
But sometimes it comes out in pieces.
Yeah. Sometimes it's sometimes.
Good to know.
That was from the CDC. Now, thankfully, the beef tapeworm doesn't migrate. That pork one does that we talked about. But it can chill in your intestine for like 25 years.
Awesome.
So
love it.
Now, if you think that number is large, or if you thought 32 feet of worm is just a terrible thing to pull out of your ass, after the break, what happens when those mild symptoms become red flags? And what's the treatment? Not only to get rid of eggs, but to get rid of a worm that doesn't come out all in one piece.
God, I totally have one.
No, you don't. It's okay.
I have like 8 different problems after recording this podcast, and it's going to be fine.
We're all going to be fine. And we're going to break some records. So,
great.
Stay tuned.
Please do.
When Johann Rall received the letter on Christmas Day 1776, he put it away to read later. Maybe he thought it was a season's greeting and wanted to save it for the fireside. But what it actually was a warning, delivered to the Hessian colonel, letting him know that General George Washington was crossing the Delaware and would soon attack his forces. The next day, when Rall lost the Battle of Trenton and died from 2 colonial Boxing Day musket balls, the letter was found, unopened, in his vest pocket. As someone with 15,000 unread emails in his inbox, I feel like there's a lesson there. Oh well, this is The Constant, a history of getting things wrong. I'm Mark Chrysler. Every episode, we look at the bad ideas, mistakes, and accidents that misshaped our world. Find us at constantpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're the All Creatures Podcast. Each week, Angie and I explore and share amazing details about the many animals we share our world with.
Plus, Chris and I are both PhD scientists and educators. So we do the deep dives in the scientific research and then come back and share what we learn in a fun and casual way. We also speak with other scientists, animal experts, activists, and many other conservation enthusiasts from all over the planet.
So you can find the All Creatures Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for Podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting.
Do you like to read? But are you a bit of a snob and you pretend that you only read highbrow literature but secretly you devour books like Twilight and 50 Shades? Well, do I have the podcast for you? Breaking Down Bad Books is a podcast analysing trashy bestsellers from a literary perspective. I have previously broken down Twilight, New Moon, Divergent, 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 365 Days, just piles and piles of crap. And this season I'm back in Forks and I'm critically analysing Stephenie Meyer's Eclipse. As far as I can remember from when I read it as a teenager, there's werewolves, there's vampires, and they're all obsessed with this basic white girl who is just the most boring little bitch. But they're all in love with her. And then over on Patreon, I'm looking at the Divergent sequel, Insurgent. Haven't read that one before, don't know where it's going to go, but I assume I'm going to hate it just like I hated Divergent, but I loved talking about it. Head to breakingdownbadbooks.com for all the listen links and contact information. You can also go to patreon.com/breakingdownbadbooks for access to all the exclusive bonus episodes. Happy reading!
And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back, and we're back in Thailand.
Yeah, we are.
We just can't quit you, Thailand.
Nope. Love me some Thailand.
This time we're in the Nong Khai province, which sits on the northeast border between Thailand and Laos. It's March of 2021. We're back in 2021.
Oh, hey, look at that.
And a 67-year-old man is having a rough day.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm just going to come out and say it.
Okay.
He was experiencing extreme stomach pain and flatulence.
Got it. Embarrassing and painful.
Yeah. Enough to warrant a hospital visit.
Oh, my God.
So,
oh, no.
I don't have all the details, but with the stomach pains and the gas, I assume doctors asked the patient questions about any recent meals.
Yeah.
His answers must have raised concerns because he was then asked to provide stool samples.
Great.
And these were sent ASAP to the Parasitic Disease Research Center in a nearby province where, you guessed it, one sample contained 28 eggs.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we should all go to the doctor tomorrow.
Together, collectively, and get stool samples done?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can all do this together. Yeah, let's all get our butts checked out.
A stool trip instead of a school trip?
I mean, I guess leave? That's the end? My cue to leave. Thanks, you guys. It's been real. I'm kidding. Tell me.
Come back.
Oh, I'm here. I fucking love this stuff. Tell me what the fuck these eggs are doing in his stool.
Okay. Dr. Marissa, I'm going to ask you to read one magnificent sentence.
I would love to.
From the Daily Mail about what happened next. Please, just take it away.
Oh, will do. All right, quote. The man was given deworming medicine before a giant parasite oozed out of his rectum the next day on March 20th. End quote.
Yeah.
I might actually leave now. I really am speechless now.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Say anything
okay.
right now. Yes,
Yes,
literally anything.
All right, so let's break down the sentence. Let's break down the sentence for a moment.
Okay.
The deworming meds were probably praziquantel.
Okay.
Praziquantel or something like it. It's a pill that targets tapeworms by causing severe spasm and paralysis in the worm's muscles.
That's actually so cool that you can take something that will do something
To the worm.
to the worm.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Immobile worms lose the ability to function and begin to die, dislodging from the intestine, and according to Bayer's Animal Health Division, quote, the tapeworm loses its ability to resist digestion by the mammalian host. In many instances, disintegration and partially digested pieces of tapeworms will be seen in the stool, end quote.
Okay, so I know I said this was gross and I wanted to leave, but I am going to completely change my mind. This is fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
That it can, like, completely disarm this thing.
Yeah.
And then make it able to be digested.
Yep, exactly.
I just keep imagining, like, the scared goats. Have you ever seen a goat get scared? I'm just imagining that, but a tapeworm.
That's kind of what happens.
Yeah, it's just, I can't, this is a podcast, so I can't do a really adorable physical impression.
Yeah, the fainting goats.
Google fainting goats if you don't know what I'm talking about. And it's hilarious and kind of adorable. They're totally fine, don't worry. But this tapeworm is not.
No, it's not.
Which I love. I think this tapeworm needs to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry to the tapeworm community, but this is a nuisance.
Yeah. And boy, howdy. Partially digested pieces were certainly seen coming out of our patient.
Gross.
My friends.
But good.
Yes. Please brace yourself. A spokesman for the Parasitic Disease Research Center said, quote, a bovine tapeworm, 59 feet long, was obtained from a patient whose sample was sent to the center.
Oh my gosh.
He was given the deworming medication before bedtime, and in the morning, this long worm came out of his bottom.
Wow.
It was very big and took us a while to lay it all out on the ground.
Oh my God.
End quote. That's right, my friends, 59 feet, and they displayed it to the world.
Of course they did.
Which means, you guessed it, there's a video.
I did look ahead and notice there was a link, and I was like, I know what that is.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what that is. Also, I'm glad they kept it and gave it to professionals.
Yes.
I'm glad the guy kept it.
Yep.
I can only imagine how that went. And that is a personal moment for that person. Mm-hmm. And I hope they are okay.
Yeah. Yes. I do as well. So, Dr. Marissa, I have that video right here. Please tell us what members of the research center are doing in this video.
Okay.
And your thoughts.
Okay.
If y'all at home want to see a 59-foot tapeworm, you can see screenshots over at our Instagram and Twitter, or you can Google 59-foot tapeworm Thailand Daily Mail, and you'll see what we see right now.
Good for you if you Google this.
Yes.
I hope you Google this at work.
Yes.
On the work computer.
Yeah. Leave evidence.
Leave evidence. I hope it's at a corporate job. I'm sorry if you're at a corporate job. We all have to do what we have to do. But I hope you do it there so that the person who checks will see it and it'll make their day.
Yeah. And if you're on public transportation, pull it up on your phone.
Pull it up. Yeah.
Because everyone's looking at other people's phones.
Yeah. Zoom in on it.
That's right.
Let it linger
There you
for
go.
a while.
That's right. All right, let me get over to this link here. All right, Dr. Marissa, what do you see?
Okay. Oh, whoa. So this one it actually looks just like a big pile of udon noodles.
Yeah. I'll
It's
pause it for a
white.
minute. Whoops.
It's like noodle color.
Yeah.
And so I see a professional using some tweezers to kind of separate it because it's in that little pile. And now she has moved it to sort of like a white bucket of liquid, and she's cleaning it and
It's trying to unravel it, really.
trying to unravel it. Okay, here we go. So now she's kind of got it in a straight line, and she's kind of turning it into like an airport line formation. It's like snake it around.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know why I brought up the airport. It looks like it's in kind of piece. Yeah, and it's in pieces at this point. It's actually pretty skinny. It might be more like spaghetti. And yeah, she's snaked it out onto like a piece of tarp. She's wearing gloves, so this isn't like, a garage situation.
It's not a garage sale where things are just on the floor.
Just
for you to like look through.
I hope they were able to do. I don't want to watch it again. She was about to start it again. I'm like, I got the point. It's okay, Jill. There is an amazing picture. I highly suggest you look at it if you're okay with like, you know, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's if you're okay with looking at a worm.
Yeah.
This is the one to look at.
I mean, it's that came out of a person. I mean, when you look at it, you're like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't look very impressive, but just imagine that snaking through your body.
You
that
know,
kind of thing. Yeah.
If I had this picture and that came out of my body, I might post it on social media. Because you know what you post on social media? Things that you're proud of that you did. Things that you accomplished. Things that you overcame. You know?
Yeah.
Some people post about eating disorders or winning trophies or getting jobs. I would be very proud to post about the 60-foot worm that came out of my ass.
I mean, yeah, that would be in the top 9. You know, at the end of the year, everyone does a top 9.
Yes. Right? That would be like right at the center.
Yeah.
Surrounded by little selfies.
Center square. Totally. Yeah. So let me get back to my notes.
Anyways.
Speaking of, you know, award-winning. Yeah. If this worm looks award-winning to you, it sure is.
Amazing!
The center noted it's the largest they've seen in 50 years.
In 50 years! Wow.
Now, although this is an impressive feat, the patient was told by doctors to change his eating habits, and the extended family was also tested and treated for any possible worms. Friendly reminder to always wash your hands after using the bathroom.
Yes.
And if you're cooking whole cuts of meat, excluding poultry, cook it to at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit or 63 degrees Celsius. And please measure this with a thermometer placed in the thickest part of the meat. For ground meat, excluding poultry, cook that to at least 160 or 71 degrees Celsius.
I'm going to have a lot of really awkward conversations with waiters from now on. Be like, look, I brought my own thermometer. I was just wondering if you could poke this. I'm kidding. I would never do that to a waiter.
No.
But I will think about it from time to time.
Yeah. Oh, please do. Yeah. So that's some good advice from the CDC. And I promise not to bring up tapeworms again, at least for a while. The end.
It's going to be a week. Well, we fucking love tapeworms. I'm whining this whole time, but I kind of love it.
It's just so interesting. Ah, God. Yeah.
It's crazy. They're in people right now.
That's right. Let that settle in. Let's whisper it.
They could be in one of us. I'm kidding.
No.
They're not.
No,
they're in me. Or 900. I 900% have one. I have a brain one, and I have...
You have a brain and an ass one, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
We'll take care of it before the next episode.
Okay, I'll post a picture of it.
Okay, great. Perfect. Thanks for everyone listening, subscribing, telling their friends about 60-foot tapeworms coming out of people's butts.
Thank you
Tell them where you heard it and send them this way.
Yes. Bring them on over.
And please, stay interesting.
Please do.